Good evening. A 19-year-old woman found dead at a house in West Sussex has tonight been named by police. The body of Shana Grice was found at the house in Mile Oak near Portslade yesterday morning. Her parents say she was beautiful, kind, thoughtful and caring. A 27-year-old man arrested on suspicion of murder remains in police custody tonight. The Independent Police Complaints Commission is also investigating. A 13-year-old boy killed when the Ferrari he was in crashed in Hampshire on Monday has been named as Alexander Worth from Kingsworthy near Winchester. The crash happened on a farm access road in North Warnborough. The driver, a 37-year-old from Surrey, was seriously injured. It's the August bank holiday and the Great Escape is underway as thousands make the most of the final week of the summer holidays. Our airports are reporting record passenger numbers, but more of us than ever are planning to holiday here at home. Almost 5 million will take a short break in the UK this weekend, many coming to our part of the world. They'll spend more than £1 billion, providing a welcome boost for local economies. Traffic has been building up on the region's roads throughout today, leading to lengthy queues. The AA says 13 million drivers will take to the road over the next 3 days. Particular hotspots, the M4 through Berkshire and Wiltshire, the A303 around Stonehenge and the M27 and A31 through the New Forest. As well as the Reading Festival, there's Victorious Music Festival in Southsea and Carfest returns to Laverstoke near Basingstoke. Thousands are expected at Goodwood for bank holiday racing, and the Mod Weekender in Brighton also attracts big crowds. Record numbers are travelling abroad too. At Gatwick, the numbers flying this weekend are up 6% on last year at more than 600,000. At Heathrow, around 7 million passengers have passed through the airport this month, but that's slightly down on last year's exceptional August. Ferry companies are busy too. Brittany Ferries is carrying a record 30,000 passengers to France and Spain this weekend from Poole and Portsmouth. But more and more of us are choosing to stay local, with staycations up 10% on last year, with holiday parks and coastal resorts feeling the benefit.
We've got everything we need here really, we don't need to go anywhere abroad at the moment, not when the weather's good.
Actually just a bit nervous about flying to Europe and things like that at the moment.
We were going to go abroad and we just thought the weather was so nice. We have a caravan, so we thought we'd use it and enjoy it.
The biggest impact I think has been on the exchange rate, and I think that has made people look for value. I think chasing the sun is something that everybody's going to do on the holiday. They want the best of the weather. I think we've had a nice summer this year, and I think that's helped this staycation idea.
Thousands of rail passengers are facing major disruption on the network again, with major engineering work over the bank holiday weekend. Our transport correspondent Mike Pearce has more details.
The bank holiday will see 15,000 engineers upgrading the railway at 1,000 locations. Most significant for our region will be work at London Bridge. It means on Monday the first part of this massive new concourse for southern and southeastern passengers will open. It's part of the £6.5 billion Thameslink project, with the station being fully rebuilt. A massive track upgrade will see more trains and less overcrowding from Surrey, Sussex and Kent.
What's the significance of where we are?
The significance in terms of the Thameslink programme is for London Bridge. This is the real moment we've been working for. The final station comes in January 2018, but now this is the start of where people begin to realise what we've been building all this last 3 years or so.
And what do you think the reaction from passengers is going to be when you open it on Monday?
Well, I'm hoping they'll be really pleased with what they see. It's a much, much bigger area, 5 times the size they're used to up till now. Over the next 2 or 3 months, we'll have lots of retail, coffee shops, things like that opening up.
There will also be major work on the Waterloo line, with services to Reading, Windsor and some to Guildford being affected. Times of other services may also be changed.
A lot of the work we're doing at Waterloo will help improve the resilience of the track, and that will be essential for when we start running more trains here from next year. We carry out work during the bank holidays because typically on a normal weekday we'll have around 4.5 million passengers using the railway. During bank holiday weekends that number more than halves. So we time our works to disrupt as few people as possible. We just want to remind everyone to check before they travel this weekend.
While the work is disruptive, passengers can at last see where the billions being invested in our railway is being spent. Mike Pearce, ITV News.
Fires caused by faulty tumble dryers are still happening across the south, despite a manufacturer's pledge to fix problem machines. In the past year, there have been major incidents in Hampshire, Dorset and at Guildford in Surrey. Kerry Johnston reports.
It's a frightening trend which is continuing unabated. This house in Guildford was gutted after a tumble dryer blaze. The former residents say their plight still hasn't been resolved, but they're not alone. That concern has been mirrored by Oxfordshire Fire and Rescue Service, who say they've had to deal with 13 fires caused by tumble dryers in the county this year alone.
Manufacturers have warned about faults with tumble dryers. The problem seems to stem mainly from when the filters get clogged, the fluff starts to build up and it touches on heating of parts of the appliance, which then leads to a fire. So people need to follow the instructions from the manufacturer closely.
The Whirlpool company, which markets brands like Indesit, Hotpoint and Creda, says tumble dryers manufactured between April 2004 and September 2015 may be affected. The company has tonight issued a statement saying, "The safety of our customers is our #1 priority. Consumers can continue to use their affected dryer whilst waiting for the modification. However, we require that consumers do not leave their dryers unattended during operation as an extra precaution." So, should manufacturers do more, or should users be more careful? Whatever the answer, the fire service says installing smoke alarms in your home could save your life if the worst comes to the worst. Kerry Johnston, ITV News.
Thousands of people have been arriving in Reading for this weekend's festival. 2016 is completely sold out, with more than 150 bands playing at the three-day event. Divya Kohli reports.
Umbrellas out, but no need as the sun shone brightly upon Reading Festival. It's known as the festival for the young ones.
We wanted to dress up, we were walking around, we seen him on a stall and just thought, why not be loud, really, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Gold's my colour.
It does suit him, I think it does well for him.
You look lovely as well.
Thank you, darling.
But people of all ages are here. Some have been coming back since the 90s, reliving their youth each year.
1992 was my first Reading. Nirvana obviously played, headlined, and just got hooked on festivals then. That was my first ever festival.
And some girls prefer their dads as company.
We went last year and this year, and hopefully more years.
Too young for us,
really
but
young.
It's cool, we're happy.
Good weather, that helps.
The Glitterati were on fine form.
There was a terrible accident in the glitter factory, but we think it's sabotage, but we're not sure yet. Still under investigation, so keep an eye out.
Reading Festival is sold out again, with 80,000 people enjoying the music over the weekend. And this year, there are not 3, but 5 headliners.
Tickets are £200 each, but promoters defend the cost, saying it's value for money, with more than 120 bands performing, as well as the main headliners. Reading Festival is sold out, and that's down to big bands who want to perform here.
What's amazing is all the British bands love it because they've all been out camping as kids as part of it. And all the American bands, this is the holy grail. Reading Festival is the holy grail for the big American bands to come and play. And that's why they keep coming back.
At the moment, the forecast looks good for the next few days, so a lot of smiley, happy people. But with the music comes the dancing. Oh yes, the dancing. Divya Kohli, ITV News, Reading.
Well, if you're not attending one of the many festivals in our region this weekend, you might like to try out a new sport, like our correspondent Andrew Pate. He's been working up a sweat with a spot of rowing, and you too can take part in sporting events across our region for I Am Team GB. It's free to take part, and it could turn out to be the biggest sports day the country has ever seen. But is it a winning weather forecast? Let's find out now. Here's Philippa Drew.
From cold fronts to camping, driving through Europe, Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Good evening, and firstly thank you to Lisa Cook, who took this beautiful picture of a sunset over Lyon Solent last night. But back to the weather in hand. Tonight we're going to start off with dry conditions and clear spells. Over the next few hours we'll start to see showers moving up from the south, and those will continue to push their way northwards as we go into tomorrow morning. Those showers merging to give longer spells of rain for a time, and perhaps the odd heavy burst as well. They will continue to edge their way northwards through the afternoon, so down towards the south, something a little drier and brighter towards the end of the day, and then for the next few days a return to a mixture of sunshine and showers. Enjoy your bank holiday. Good night.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
And it's not looking too bad for the bank holiday weekend. And that's it from us tonight. We're back tomorrow evening just after 6 o'clock. But from all of us here on the Meridian Late Team, thanks for watching and have a great long weekend. Good night.